This is not what I ordered. You're adorable and everything, but you're not what I ordered. How'd you get in there? I don't know if I should RMA you or what. Want me to send you back? No? Not very amused, are you? Okay, buddy. I'll get you out of there. Hey YouTube, this is Ace here. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing video of the NZXT 530 Phantom computer case. If you guys normally just watch my videos for gun reviews, this is not going to be one of them, but I am putting together a review of the F&H PS90, so keep an eye out for that. But today we're not going to talk about this, we're going to be talking about the 530. Alright, the reason why I purchased the 530 was mainly because I'm going to be upgrading my computer soon, and I needed a case that was a little bit more intelligently designed. The last time I upgraded my computer was in 2007, and now I'm going to be upgrading, and I intend on doing a good deal of water cooling, or at least for the CPU. My current case isn't really designed with that in mind. When I upgraded last time in 2007, water cooling was a thing, but it wasn't something that a lot of people did, and it wasn't any kind of standard practices, especially regarding computer cases. However, times have changed, and damn, this is big. And computer cases are now designed with water cooling in mind. Let me go ahead and tilt this down a little. You get to see the unboxing itself, as well as my dogs, who are very, very, very rotten. And I really don't have anybody to blame myself on that. Try to very gingerly fill this up. Hopefully they don't see me break the case while on YouTube. Wunderbar. Okay. Looks like they used hard packaging foam. I would have preferred soft foam. Even though this is fairly thick hard packaging foam, ideally you'd want them to use soft foam. The reason being is, I'll go ahead and show this a little, is if it gets hit, it only really protects it from one shot. So if this were to break, due to, like, say they dropped it or something, it'll probably be fine that first time, but any time after that, it's probably going to do some damage. Just imagine yourself driving down the road with a car that doesn't have any shock absorbers. Your back's going to be killing you. Alright. This is a monster. Tilt this back up a little. Sorry, I haven't been able to teach my dogs how to position the camera. They don't seem to be very interested. Anyway, this is the NZXT Phantom 530. They typically go for about $530. I got mine for about, not $530, $130. I got mine for $110 off Newegg. And this is the second component in my new PC build. Go ahead and remove the plastic from the side. Initial impressions, I really like the white coloring. Some of this does feel to be, this is metal. This is plastic, and that's perfectly fine with me. There is a bit of a color difference. You might not be able to tell, but I can up close, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, looks like this opens up. It's magnetic, but it's not like too stiff or too detailed. It has a reset button right here, so if you've ever accidentally hitting the reset button, not an issue this time. Let's look at the back. Oh, nice. These have thumb screws. Don't eat that. Don't eat it. Let's open this up. Okay, now let's see inside. Alright, so what do we got here? We got, you might not be able to see this. Let me bring this a little bit closer. Alright, these are modular drive bays, meaning that these can be taken out. Don't see how, oh, that's because I'm an idiot, sorry. Take this take this out. You guys are just looking at my shoulder right now. I apologize. Here on the back side, you see is these modular drive bays. These actually seem pretty flimsy to me. So you're gonna if you order this, you're gonna have to be very careful. But generally, what happens is you put the hard drive in here, they snap in place, then you just slide them inside. Providing you get the right holes, easy peasy. Use these rubber grommets. Back here, for those of you who don't know, this back part is intended for cable management. So as you have like the wires and everything routed to your motherboard, they get routed through here and into the back, and then you just tie them off. There appears to be a good number of these zip ties versus cable ties, plus a bunch of little areas where you can use cable ties to mount any extra the cords. Ideally, though, personally, I prefer to get more these twist ties. In fact, I'm going to get some more twist ties. That way, if I do need to reroute something, I'm not having to snip a zip tie and then having to redo it every single time. All right. At the very, very bottom, this is looks like it's the toolbox for the various parts. I'm really glad that these had thumb screws. I think this day and age, the cases should all come with thumb screws, because trying to find a screwdriver just to open up your case sucks. Yep, these are all the tools, standoffs, and everything that you would need to install your motherboard and various other PC components. Right here, this is a fan hub. Basically what you do is you plug in your PC fans here. That way you can allow the system to control the fans versus just being always on. If they're plugged in straight to the power supply, they'll just be always on. Alright, moving back around. At the top, right here, as you can see, this is actually kind of pushed in. That might have been my fault, to be honest. I just popped it back out. It doesn't seem to deformed any. This comes off somehow. Pause this real quick. Okay, I'm back. That took me a little longer than I'd like. Basically, the clips here just were being stubborn. But up top, this is for radiator support. What you can do is you can mount your radiator here and have your fans up top. So either pull, you could have them push, or you can do a push-pull, basically where one side is feeding air into the radiator and one side is pulling air out, whichever way you prefer to do it. The mesh top does not have a dust screen, so if you have it as an intake, you're going to have to be mindful of dust coming in on this area. I'm going to have air exhausting out personally, so that's not really giving me an issue so much. We have two USB 3.0 ports up top, plus a microphone and headphone jack. This is the power button, which looks like that. And this is the fan control, so you can adjust the fans via that are plugged in that hub via this switch. On the front, I apologize, this isn't as polished as some other computer reviews. You have 3 drive bays. If you choose, these just pop in and out, which is really, really nice. Gone are the days of the ones that are either out or in, and you can't pop them back in. There's a 120 millimeter fan up front. They're included. There's also a fan in the back included. More rubber grommets included in the back for external radiator support. The power supply is mounted at the bottom, which is pretty standard on cases these days, especially enthusiast grade cases. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 PCI expansion slots, should you need them. And on the inside, they're held in with thumb screws. I know you probably can't see it, but these are just thumb screws like they're on the back. At the bottom, and my dog's whimpering because he wants to go outside, but he just ate. We have these included mesh screens. Basically, these are dust filters, so as, like, say, the power supply is sucking in air to help cool itself, this will help minimize any dust getting into the system. Something that you'll need to be mindful of so you can clean it out. Included is here as well in the front. should you be mounting any fans over here. Again, I said that these bays are modular, and I'm going to go ahead and take at least one of them out so I can show you. I'm going to pause it so I don't look like an idiot on camera. Actually, I decided I'm going to go ahead and look like an idiot on camera. So what you do is these are thumb screws, but they're in there pretty tight. Fortunately, I had the forethought of grabbing my screwdriver. Here we go. Alright, as you can see, you can slide this right out. Same goes for this one, and same goes for this bottom one. If you remove this bottom one, it allows you to mount another radiator down here. So, like say for your graphics card, if you want to install water blocks on your graphics card. Hush! What else am I missing? Here is cables that are already run in here. Again, this is the motherboard side of things. So basically, you picture your motherboard here. You're going to have the cables looping in, see, under here. Then they're going to be coming back out here and just plug it in. That way, when people look through the screen or the window, they're not seeing a jumble of cables. They're seeing a nice, pretty interior that you've laid out. All right. Now there should be, I do believe there is a fan, and I know there's a fan, there's a screen in here for the fan that's up front. Though it's probably have to pop this off in order to get to it. Pause it. Alright, that didn't take as nearly as long as the last one did. There is an internal screen here that you can remove to clear. It's a dust screen to remove to clean off, which is nice. You do have the option of taking this off, downgrading it to a smaller fan, and then having two fans up here. But basically, you're going to have a fan here, which has the intake, and then a fan up here where there's not really anything anywhere for the air to flow. So personally, I'm just going to leave this. If anything, I might upgrade it to a better quality fan, should I discover that these stock fans not actually move enough air, or they happen to be louder than I'm really comfortable with. I'm going to go for a silent build. One of the reasons why I'm going for water cooling, then I'm planning on overclocking as well, which water cooling really facilitates this. Alright, thoughts. Well, I'm not seeing, and I didn't see in the description, a built-in SD card reader, which is very common on these newer enthusiast grade cases. That's not really a deal killer. I knew it up front. I was hoping I'd be wrong on that, but that's not a big deal. I do have an SD card reader that I can hook up via the USB. However, it would have been nice to see that. The construction seems sturdy. I don't really feel any flex. If I push hard enough, there's going to be flex, but that goes for everything. Hey YouTube again. Apparently my card ran out of space mid-sentence, and I actually was talking for a good 5 minutes before I realized it. So I had to upload some stuff from the phone onto my computer, and while I was doing that, I went ahead and just put everything back together, sans this side of the case. Alright, so like I was saying, the construction seems very sturdy. The metal bits, there is a bit of flex, but you're always going to get that even with the steel case. But that's not really a big issue. They do have an optional fan mount right here. Basically, you mount the fan here, and you're able to tilt it upwards or just have it blow straight back. That way you can adjust exactly where the airflow for additional airflows goes. Again, using a thumb screw. On this side, say you have an optical drive, they clip in via these. So what you do is you pop them out, you loose them up, you slide in like your DVD burner. And then once it lines up, you pop it in, and it's good to go. And it's rock solid. Leave me shut. On this side of the case, as you can see, there is a screen right here. Actually, you can't see it because the phone isn't tilted. There we go. The screen right here, it does not have a dust filter on it, so if you mount a fan here, you're going to have to be mindful of that. You're going to have, say you have it as an intake, which I don't see why you wouldn't have it as an intake given its spot. I'm not going to put a fan here, mainly because cooling the hard drives isn't that big of a deal. I'm going to have plenty of cooling in here anyway. I may put a decal right here just to spruce it up a bit. Personally, I would have preferred either no fan here, nothing here, or maybe another window here. But I'm not really, beggars can't be choosers. I could have gotten one that had a better window view, but I would have spent more money, and I feel $110 for this case is worth it, to be honest, providing everything works once I go to hook everything up. Now, like I said, this costs $110. Normally they cost $130. I could have spent more on his bigger brother, which is about $160, but which is the Phantom 630, I believe, or 620, one of the two. Anyway, I don't believe the extra $30 MSRP is worth it for the big brother, because you do get an SD card reader, and you do get one of these slots, but that's about it. You don't really see much in the way of additional value on these. And it looks like I didn't pop this all the way back in. Again, I'm pretty happy with my purchase. I can't wait to finish my build. This is the second component. The last time I upgraded my computer was in 2007, like I said earlier, and currently I am running a Core 2 Duo 2.13 gigahertz processor and only 6 gigs of memory. So anybody who's run that configuration before can feel my pain, given it's 2014. I'm upgrading to a Core i7 6-core 5920K processor. I think it's like 3.3 megahertz across all 6 cores. And so that's going to cost me a pretty penny. The processor itself isn't going to cost a whole lot, but the motherboard that supports it and the memory that supports it will. That's pretty much it. I am going to go ahead and put this back together and drool over a little bit more. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give me a thumbs down. If you have any questions, again, post in the comments. If you have any case suggestions for other people who are looking to upgrade their computer, go ahead. What cases are you guys running? Obviously, you know what I'm running right now, or I will be running. And anyway, I hear back from you. I will be posting more computer-related videos in the future. I will be posting more gun-related videos in the future. And I'll post videos related to other stuff that I like in the future. And I do apologize about the audio and video quality. I am using my phone. I do plan on upgrading to an actual camera eventually. However, money's got to be right. And it is the Christmas shopping season, which I'm hoping to get some deals on some of the computer components. I'm hoping Black Friday is very beneficial to me towards that. I doubt it, but I hope so. But I also have to make sure that my nieces and nephews are taken care of for Christmas, not to mention the various holiday charities I participate with. Speaking of which, hotelkids.org is a very worthwhile charity. A friend of mine runs it. Basically, there's lots of people who are poor who live in hotels. They make just enough to live in hotels, but they usually have really crappy credit, so they can't actually get a house. So hotelkids.org helps A, with the holidays for gifts, you know, because all kids want at least something on Christmas, and B, something with the bills. They also do stuff for like, okay, these kids got to go to school, they need books, they need book bags, they need paper, they need clothes, stuff like that. So check them out. I'll go ahead and include a link in the description below should you want to check them out. They are a legit charity. I don't donate to any charity just on the whim, especially the ones that are roadside charities. But hotelkids.org is very worthwhile. They even have a Facebook page, which I'll link. Anyway, if you have any questions, comment in the description. Just be mindful. Don't be a troll. If you're a troll, I'm going to delete you. But if you have constructive criticism, I'm perfectly all for that. I don't mind a little honest debate. Anyway, hope you have a good day, and hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, which is next week. Right? Bye.